Hi guys, the situation in Sudan is extremely difficult. At the time of this recording, both the Sudanese Armed Forces and the Rapid Support Forces have agreed a ceasefire. Both sides have pledged to maintain a peace for the next 72 hours. But leading up to this news, there was nothing but chaos at the UK Foreign Office as the Foreign Minister, Andrew Mitchell, defended the actions of his department over accusations of a shambolic response by the British government. Here he was appearing on Channel 4 News on Monday night, attempting to excuse leaving some people behind.
What we have decided to do is to bend every sinew to make sure that if it is possible to do so, we help evacuate our citizens. But I can't tell you how we would do it. All I can tell you is that we are exploring every single option, and I mean every single option. The Foreign Office has had a crisis centre in operation now for nearly a week. We have 200 people working in it. We are doing our best to keep in touch every day in very difficult circumstances with our citizens, and as soon as we have something further to say, we will do so. In the meanwhile, our strong advice to British citizens is to try and stay indoors. It's extremely dangerous outside on the streets of Khartoum. They should stay indoors if they possibly can. If they wish to move, because they have better information on the ground than we do in the Foreign Office, then they may do so, but they do so at their own risk.
I mean, the trouble is, again, as you may have heard in our report, there are families who listened to your official advice thinking you were coming to get them. And they have missed out on an opportunity to get out with friends and family. You know, in the case we just heard from, an elderly gentleman in Khartoum has been left in his apartment thinking the Brits were coming to get him, only to discover that the embassy's been evacuated and he's stuck.
Well, I completely understand his frustration, and I feel enormous worry for him. But I have to tell you that the Foreign Office's messaging has been absolutely consistent. We have said that there is no current plan for evacuation and that we are working on finding a plan. We have only evacuated our diplomatic staff for the reasons which I explained. They were in very serious jeopardy. Other missions were being attacked. So we did it for that reason, and it was an extremely successful military operation. But we've always made absolutely clear the Foreign Office's advice is to stay put and await further information. No one was told that they would be evacuated by Britain at this stage. We have
My God. Okay, so just a bit of background here. Other countries have already evacuated their people who need to be evacuated, who have asked to be evacuated. For example, Italy has evacuated, I think, 200 people. 200 people asked to be evacuated. Those people have all been evacuated. Germany as well, 400. Even Ireland, which doesn't actually have military aircraft to evacuate people, relied on France and Spain and evacuated, as far as I know, they have evacuated everyone that has requested to be removed. Why can the British government not do the same? Now, the blame game seems to be, within the media, on civil servants. Civil servants didn't anticipate the problem and didn't put in place a measure to evacuate British citizens in Sudan. But who is ultimately responsible? It's the minister for the foreign minister here and the foreign secretary. Where is James Cleverly, the foreign secretary? Where is he? Why isn't he taking responsibility for this? Why is it being offloaded onto the foreign minister, and the foreign minister offloading responsibility onto civil servants? Civil servants can't sign off on military aircraft. They don't have that ability. It requires a minister or a secretary of state. And where have they been? They're telling people, stay in your home. We're not actually going to come and evacuate you. That seems to be the case. Now, fortunately, there seems to be a ceasefire in place for the next 72 hours. So I think this would be an ample opportunity, a perfect opportunity, to send in military aircraft and evacuate British citizens who want to leave the country. If they don't do that, I don't know what else we can say. But once again, this is like a rerun of what happened in Afghanistan, when you had the foreign secretary at the time, guess who it was, Dominic Raab, lying on a beach, refusing to do his job. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.